Cheer up, cheer up. Everybody loves a happy face. Wear it, share it. It will brighten up the darkest place. Twinkle, sparkle, let a little sunshine in. You'll be on the right side, looking at the bright side up with your chilly chin chin. Cheer up, cheer up. Put a little laughter in your eyes. Brave it, save it, even though you're feeling otherwise. Rise up, wise up, a little small begin. You'll be happy-hearted once you get it started. Up with your chinny chin chin. Now come on everybody, chins up. I said chins there. Yes, yes, I can see you've got a problem. Yes, I know, love. Yes, double trouble. Yes. Oh, I wasn't being sarcastic. How can I be sarcastic with the chin I've got? Look at it. 2.5 weight to skin a bone. I'm not the president of the Pelican Club for nothing, you know. So look, if I can lift this, you can lift yours too. All right then? Stick it in the air and wave it about. Oh, cheer up, cheer up. Everybody loves a happy face. Wear it, share it. It'll brighten up the darkest place. Twinkle, sparkle, let a little sunshine in. You'll be on the right side, looking at the bright side. Up with a chinny chin chin. Chin down will get you bound. Turn round, starting clowning thing. Sad your trouble, double spin. Glad they burst like bubbles. Cheer up, cheer up. Every little time your spirits will cheer up, cheer up. Give your attitude an upward tilt. Twinkle, sparkle, let a little fun begin. You'll be on the right side, looking at the bright side. Up with the chinny chin chin. You'll be on the right side, looking at the bright side. Up with your chinny chin up.
Well, thank you very much, Bruce, for that. And good evening, darlings, and a very warm welcome indeed to Thursday Night Live, but not just any Thursday Night Live. Oh, no. Welcome to a Thursday Night Live Bog Off special. Yes, that's right, you lucky customers. Tonight, you bogs can bog off. You can buy one, you can get one free, because as you can clearly see, I am joined tonight. We're rolling back the weeks and months and doing it all over again. Tonight, I am joined by my lovely co-presenter, the one and only Emma Lemon of the eponymous YouTube channel, Emma Lemon. And I say that because she won't refer to it once tonight, I guarantee it. She will not refer to it once. She'll refer to it about 647,000 times and point at whatever that is, a bit of kitchen rag with, and, you know, God only knows what else she'll do. The mind boggles, darlings. But, well, good evening, Emma. How the devil are you?
Well, good evening, Boaty. I am not too bad, considering I've had quite a stressful day. And can I mention that the reason I usually have to mention this is because you don't usually, but you've been doing a very good job of it lately. I've been very impressed. So thank you very much for that.
Not at all. Not
it's
at all.
absolutely wonderful to be back here. It's really surreal and weird to be back because I think it was the beginning of January I was last here. So it's been 3 months. And
God, has it?
Yeah, it was my birthday the last time I was here, 7th of January.
Blimey.
And I have been so excited all day about being here with all of you guys. Just being here again. Wow!
Did you clutch your little tinkle?
I was very much clutching my little tinkle in the bath earlier, yes.
Yes, it's the best way. Right then, darlings. Well, we are going to spend the next hour in each other's company, and we are going to wave away Thursday, and we are going to welcome in Friday. How has that come about so quickly? But it has. Poets' Day. Piss off early. Tomorrow's Saturday. And during the space of the next hour, you can't see it because tonight we are vertical rather than widescreen. But just off camera, we have got a matching pair of his and hers highly powered headshots of truth, which can be deployed at your convenience. We've got Sean's box, which is going to get a right old pounding. And most importantly, darlings, we have got the community portable electronic telephonic device upon which you could, or arguably should, leave some voice notes. We we would both be delighted to hear from you.
Oh, can I just give them the phone number? If anyone does want to leave a voice note, it's 07391 175 856.
How long have I had
Still-
this? I still don't know the number.
It's because I've got used to saying it before and it's just stuck in my head now, so I know it off by heart, which is great because I look so professional.
You do. Right then, I think that we really ought to crack on with the punters' comments because they really are very much, and you might agree with me about this, they are the meat and potatoes of this vegan minestrone soup that we are all swimming around in, clutching onto croutons in a desperate bid for survival. So, how about a little division of labour here? You read the comments, I'll drink some wine.
Well, I was actually going to say, before we dive into the comments, you do need to tell everyone to get stuffed first.
Of course. So, well, cheers, darlings. Your very good health.
I've got
Bottoms
milk.
up yours, and above all, and I say this filled with community tenderness and love, get stuffed. Thank you.
That's a wonderful drop of coconut and oat milk, I have to say.
Oh, and that's a fine drop of the good stuff. I bloody need that today, darlings, I can tell you. I have also had a stressful day, but not in anywhere near the same way as Emil's. Oh,
Would you like me, as you've had a stressful day, would you like to relax and I shall start the comment?
I would love that. That would work very well for me.
I
But
will
I will be with you in spirit. I will read through them too, and
Well,
I may
hopefully-
interject.
Oh, hang on, I've got to go onto all chat, so hopefully I don't lose anybody off the top there.
I'm like that. I do occasionally interject. I'm very unpredictable in many ways.
Right. Well, I can't dive into the comments because I haven't got the top comments. So you'll have to start until we get down to a certain point.
Well, the first comment I've got, my first cab off the rank, because they have been busy, haven't they, is Paulie Galtieri.
Yeah, I haven't got that. I've got Diane Sturdy saying hello to Richard, and I think that's a little way down. I wasn't on all comments, so I switched over.
In that case, I shall start. And according to my doings, our first cab off the community rank tonight is the one and only Richard, the lovely Paulie Galtieri, who says, good evening, Boaty and everyone. Hope you've had a good day. He was followed by the most incredibly fabulous Peter P., all the way from Finland, which is a jolly long way from Scunthorpe. And he says, very good evening to the Emilumps and her sidekick. That's nice, isn't it? I've been on my own live stream. I've been immediately demoted to bloody sidekick. We're only 4 minutes in. The lovely Bernard joins us, and she opens her own conversational batting innings with hi. And sometimes, and I think you would agree with me here, certainly I was going to say the women who slept with me. Sometimes less is more. Shelley Denise is here. Good evening. Bernard does then go on to wish everybody a good evening. Steve Cole is with us. Now then, Simone is here. Hooked on Classics community channel, of course, and it is Simone's birthday. I mean, I'm lost for words. That was so well prepared and utterly professional.
Shall we sing happy birthday to her?
I think we should do.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Simone. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Simone. Hope you've
Happy
had a
birthday,
lovely
Simone.
day. Anyway, Simone is with us. Hiya, it's my birthday, don't you know? We knew, Simone. We keep track of these things. Bernard has been cycling today and also wishes Simone a very happy birthday. Hooked on birthdays. Right. Okay, where have we got to? Stick over. Right. Diane Sturdy. Stand up and salute the head mistress. Thank you very much. good evening, lovely headmistress. And she says, good evening, lovely friends. We were then joined by none other than moderator matron herself, Sid Greenwood, who is shouting at us in capital letters. Hello, everyone, and welcome back, Emma Lemon. Hello, indeed. Hello, matron. Stu is here. That's 69 Fouquet. Then there are lots of hellos. Lots and lots of hellos indeed. Yeah, oh, God, everybody's saying hello and everybody's greeting everybody by name, which is nice. Andrew Buttigieg joins us, the lovely Ivor Spotty Butty. Matron's having a laugh that Emma is the right way round, and yeah, I am in reverse tonight, darlings. I didn't think it would matter so much, seeing as we were vertical. And to be completely and perfectly honest with you, the joint lives don't work if I can't react in real time to whoever I'm doing the live with, obviously, because it's Emma. Well, I mean,
You need to see, yeah.
It's always Emma. So in order to get it the right way round, I'd have to not have that in front of me, and I really need that. Not so bad when I'm on my own because I haven't got to react to anybody else. But when it's a two-way thing, I need that live to.
You would have missed that balloon, wouldn't you? You know, you would have missed that.
Exactly. Exactly.
Boaty, just so you know, I can see where we are in the comments now, just so you know.
Oh, right, you crack on, then I'll top my wine up.
Because I can see Matron saying that I'm the right way round, and she's excited about Brucey. So, 69 for Case Stu says, hi, Boaty and the lovely Em. I think you said hello to him already, but hi again, Stu. Why not? Boaty is the other way round. Yeah, people are looking at which way round we are. Lots of people saying hello to Simone. Great to see Emma and Boaty back together, says Diane. Oh, thank you. Em's shy, says Stu. I'm really shy. I'm glad you've noticed. Andrew Buttergeek has noticed that I'm on the wonk. All right, hang on.
Oh, don't tell us that. We'll be here for the next 20 minutes. She was arsing about with that for 10 minutes before we cracked up.
Well, I've sorted the wonk, I think. Bad Books is here, says good evening. Oh, good evening, Bad Books. Hope you are well.
Mark.
Thank you for joining us. Who else have we got? Richard says, up with your chinny chin chin and put a little tinkle. Yeah, put a little tinkle in your eyes. I like that, actually. That's a good one. Bruce could handle both doors, says D Cold. And Peter P says, don't look now, but there's a huge bat hovering over Boaty's table. Oh, your light fitting does look like a bat on the screen. Shelley Denise is saying hi, everyone. I think she said hello already, but hello again. Why not? We can say hello again, can't we? Let's see. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Chinny chin chin. That's actually Boaty in his natural form, Peter P, says matron of the bat. Off to bed, going on phone, says Stu. Oh, good, he's still with us, but he's in bed. He wanted to get horizontal. When he realised I was on the screen, he thought, you know, I better get horizontal. Wise move. Emma thinks it's Monday. Is she ill again, says Deagle. No, I just thought, why not do it tonight? I thought, tonight I feel like doing it with Boaty. Why not? You don't get the titty lady on Hubnut, says Paulie Galtieri.
Welcome you get back, Miss Hubnut. You get Miss Hubnut.
Sorry? Has she got titties?
Well, I presume so.
But actually, no, but I'm the titty lady according to Mr. Stephen Parry from Port Sunlight on the Wirral, the Leisure Peninsula.
Who has actually left a voice note.
Oh, how exciting. We'll get to them very soon, hopefully. Anybody else wants to leave a voice note? Remember the number is 07391 175 856. Do it through WhatsApp, voice note to Boaty and me. I would love you to send me some voice notes because I haven't been here for a while. So I want some special voice notes dedicated to me and Hedgehog of Truth questions if you like. Why not? It's all about me tonight, darlings. Excuse me, I need to cough. I've got the live stream tickled. 1 second. There we go. Matron has kindly put my channel out for anyone who isn't already subscribed to me, and if you are not, why not? I'm quite offended. No, boatman.
Here it starts.
Pardon?
Here it starts.
Why not?
The endless, ceaseless plugging. Oh, you go for it.
I waited for you to plug me for so long, Boaty, then I thought I might as well start plugging myself. I mean,
right,
my sister is having.
My sister is having 16 minutes into the doings, and we're into the bloody filth.
It's got serious when my sister has to plug me. Seriously, you know. Anyway, eponymous says.
Well, there's an image nobody needed.
It's a shame I can't come on the next meetup because that would have been interesting. Anyway, Stu says, keep that old sign, Em. In fact, frame it. Which old sign? This one?
That one, I presume.
Okay. This is stuck to that canvas I found in the street. Well, everyone's saying hello to Jimmy, who arrived and said hello to everybody by name. Wow, loads of them. He's listed them all. Good evening, Jimmy Quinn. Lovely to have you with us as usual.
Hello, Jimmy.
Seacock says, don't let Emma do the decorating on the camper van. No, that's not my job. That's not my camper van. So don't worry. Well, I think it's very nicely decorated as it is, to be fair. So,
I agree.
Trisha Alderman says, hello, Emma and Boaty. Good evening, Trisha.
Hello, Trisha, and hello, Paul, if you are also watching.
Hi, Paul. And Shelley says, sorry, I'm late joining, so I'll say hi, everyone, so I don't miss anyone out. That's fine, Shelley. I think we've all got your hellos, don't worry. I'm just having a drink of water while I scroll down a little. And Boaty, it's shot me to the end, as it always used to, so give me a second, or you could take over. It's up to you. Oh, hang on, I think I'm getting there. Don't let Emma do the decorating. Oh, here we go. I found it. That was good. Look at that. Professional. Emma's been wonking, says Steve Cold. Oh. Andrew Buttergeek says, Nettie needs a VW badge and a couple of rear view mirrors on the ceiling. Oh.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was done to death by Mr. George Rajabati. Nettie is not Mr. George Rajabati. Nettie is,
I love George Rajabati.
Nettie is my home now. So Nettie will be a mixture of my style with a bit of Carol style, well, with a lot of Carol style left over. I'm just going to add some touches that are personal to me because I like Nettie as she is. Carol's got good taste, but I do need to add some. I need to add some me bits, darlings. And I tell you what, I do need. I'm going to do a video about this actually. First thing I need to start working on is the cab area, because forgive me, but typical lady, the habitation part is stunning, beautiful, amazing. The cab is like a midden. It needs a proper clean down, and it needs all of the boy stuff being attended to. It needs a nice banging stereo in there, and all of that kind of thing. And the rear camera needs sorting out, and so. It's been girlified, and now it needs all of the chap. Now she needs the chap bits attending to, and then she will be complete and fully bifocal.
A bit like you, Boaty, needing all your chat bits attending to.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, back to the comments. Mirrored ceiling, naughty, says Peter P. Well, if you put a mirror on the ceiling in that over cab bed, you'd be literally like looking at yourself here, wouldn't you?
Oh, that would be the overcap bed is the best part. If you haven't seen, then the ceiling of the overcap bed is a historical map of the world, and it's awesome. And I genuinely expected that I would be unable to sleep up there. My plan was to sleep downstairs on the bottom bunk, as it were, because there's no way I thought I'd do it. I thought I'll be claustrophobic, too uncomfortable. But I tell you what, when you get up there, it is awesome.
I bet it's cozy, isn't it?
Oh, it's the best. It's amazing up there. Oh God, I absolutely love it. Honestly, on the Monday Night Live, when I first climbed up there, I didn't want to come down. And I'm very impressed that on Tuesday night, because none of you will have noticed this, but here's a heads up. If you watched Tuesday Night Live, I was actually, you wouldn't have known, but I was actually a little bit drunk. And I know, you couldn't have told in a million years, could you? I still got up there. I still got up there, darlings. And I got down for my morning wee at about 6:30 as well. And then got back up and snoozed until 9.
So, Steekles would like to know what made my mirror move. I have no idea. Sorry.
Oh, Oh, yeah, it's
Hello,
on the one.
Oh, well. Hello, cardigan wearers, says Project Nigel, who's stormed in.
Mustard.
Me and Mustard, we were having a sing-off the other day, and I won.
Oh, well done, you.
So masterful, Boaty, says Stu. And everyone's saying hi to Mustard. Tracy, does Emma have a spirit level, says Steve Cold. I was born with a squint. One of my eyes looks wherever it wants to, and it means I can't tell if things are level or not. I do use a spirit level, but when you've got loads of children, they tend to just knock things about, and I can't be bothered getting the spirit level out all the time. So I just live with everything on the wonk. Wonking is my life, basically.
Life on the wonk
Ain't
ain't no surprise. Pour me a drink and unzip my flies. Got nothing to lose, so I'll just drink some booze. Sorry, carry on.
All the time. I did a fart.
Well, no change there then.
Andrew Buttergeek says, you must know if... Oh, sorry, hang on. I need to get some new glasses. Or some glasses. You know, if you angle the mirrors in just the right position, you can see right into Matron's bedroom, says Andrew Buttergeek. So in case anyone wants to see into Matron's bedroom, there's always that. Boaty's second billing on his own live stream, says Paulie Galtieri. Boaty always insists on being second, even with mustard stuff, don't you? Do you think it flows better?
No, I'm just I've got a massive inferiority complex, and I naturally assume that anybody I'm with is superior to me.
Well, like I said, I think it's a lady's prerogative to come first. So,
and if you believe that, you believe anything.
People are still saying hello to Mustard, and yep. Don't let that go, Em, said Stu, and I'm not quite sure what it was, but
probably the balloon.
Right. Emma's on the laughing gas, says Decog. Oh, Mr. President, says Andrew Buttergeek. You forgot my birthday, Michael Portillo. Is that off a comedy or something? That's what Mustard's saying. Or
I've got no idea. When was his birthday?
It was in February. We did say happy birthday to him, but I don't think we said it on a live stream. But I said it in private to him.
Oh, well, there you are then.
7.5
well, he never does anything for my birthday.
Yeah, but you weren't here, were you? He might have done something, but you weren't here.
No,
he probably was celebrating here in Rochdale, and you buggered off to Wales. So it's not his fault.
That's true. And next year I'm buggering off to Malta, so that's going to be even worse.
Maybe he'll come to Malta with you next year. Mr. Portaloo, says Peter P. Portaloo, I was defeated, you won the war. Emma's had a great time downstairs. Mirrors moved. Is that what it means if things are wonky, that you've been having a great time? Emma, you look very glamorous tonight, says Shelley Denise. Oh, thank you very much. I feel not very glamorous, to be honest. I feel like a giant turd.
Oh. Okay. Oh, dear.
I'm not feeling glamorous. I've had a stressful day. It doesn't make you glamorous. And I've got a stiff neck.
Oh, the community will fluff you.
Well, I need a massage. Anyone wants to come and give me a massage, please feel free.
Yeah, form an orderly queue.
Simone says, I got £100 from my dad today. Will help towards the pain caused by the cost of rover repairs. Oh, you lot will have cars. Oh, yeah, horizontal with a free hand, says Stu. Oh, lovely. Seacook says, it'll take Emma another hour to change for bedtime. She's a princess. It doesn't take me long. I'm not a typical woman, to be honest. I literally take the jewellery off and then flop onto bed, and that's it. That's the end of it. I took ages in the bath tonight. I decided to go for a bath. I was in there for ages. It was so relaxing. I was luxuriating. Breakfast. Oh, food news. Bad Books. Is that Mark? I never remember. Mark says, breakfast was an apple. Dinner was chicken salad. Tea. I know you're going to criticise, but I'm going to say it how he says it because, we respect how the community speak.
I've started doing the same. I've given up. I tried to bully him into doing it properly. and he just started putting tea in capital letters. So I thought, oh, well, go with it.
Well, his tea was chicken and bacon and broccoli in pasta and cream sauce. That sounds really nice. Yummity, yummity, yum. Two String Productions, Andy is here. Mr. Matron, good evening, Mr. Matron. Hope you
Hello,
are well.
Andy.
For some reason, he's covering his eyes, so I'm not quite sure what he's seen that he needs to cover his eyes for. And Matron is saying filth, so something was happening. Plugging versus pegging, please discuss, says Peter P. Maybe later. Boaty needs a bit more wine before he has those sort of conversations. I remember this. Stu says steak pasty was lunch. Cheese on toast with bacon, onions, and fried peppers. Oh, was that for dinner or with the steak pasty? Mr. Matron's eyes are on stalks, says Matron. I'm not quite sure what he's looking at, but getting plugged. Enough of the sex talk, says Simone. I've shot to the end again. I need to get new computer doings, I think. Long time no see, says Two String Productions. Yeah, long time since I've been on here, but I'm here. Yay! I'll come here on an ad hoc basis and surprise you. Have I travelled back in time, says Jim Bob. Just woken up, I think. Hi, good evening, Jim Bob. Hope you're well. And Jim Bob, people saying hello to Jim Bob. Just had a bollocking from Matron, says Two String Productions. Why? What did you do? What a privilege, says Stu. Richard says, for dinner tonight I had quiche Lorraine with pommes and a peppery salad. Yum, yum, yum. Steve Cook says, mirrors on the ceiling. We don't need more weight. Peter P says, Two String Productions. Some people would pay good money for that. Yeah, think yourself lucky, Mr. Matron. Loads of people are wanting a spatulating from Matron, and you get one for free. Little Joe and a toast rack for Nettie, says Andrew Buttigieg. Oh, you could attach Little Joe to her front and the dogging sticker on the back, and you'll be away.
Yeah, oh God, the mind boggles. Do you know, I've not had toast in Nettie yet. Both mornings that I woke up in her, and I got that beautiful Dualit toaster, a long-held dream come true, perfect for Nettie, and I didn't have any toast.
What did you have? I don't know if I missed that.
I just had coffee and apple juice. I completely forgot about the toast.
Did you forget to bring bread?
No, I had bread. And I had my toaster is still not been christened. My beautiful Dualit. I've always wanted a Dualit toaster. It's the best thing. I'm so happy with it. I didn't deploy it. I didn't use it. I'm gutted. I'm gonna have.
We've got that to look forward to.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to do that. I'm torn. I'm torn because I did go through a phase of thinking that my motorhome breakfast would be a Ginster's peppered steak pasty, but no. I mean, it should be a proper camping breakfast, shouldn't it? It should be toast, beans on toast, or a toasted bacon sandwich, or something like that. A proper camping job. Throw the doors open, get the bacon under the grill, that kind of thing. Anyway, I've got time to work on that.
Yeah, you've got lots of time. Like, it's like when you bring a woman home for the first time and you're planning on seeing her again. You don't want to do everything on the first night. You know, save some of the things for the next time.
You don't know me at all, do you?
Apparently not, Boaty. I did try though.
Yeah. Well, God loves a trier.
Nettie needs a wine rack, says Matron. And Peter P says, a baguette rack. The baguette rack's gone. I put it out in the street.
Nettie's got a really cool fridge, and that's both.
Fridges are usually quite cool.
Yeah,
if they were hot, then they wouldn't do the job. You know?
Nettie's fridge is colder than my big fridge. It's properly cold, and it's got the little sculpted things for the wine bottles. So I don't think. Now, if I was going away on a long trip, you know, a multi-day or week thing, then yeah, maybe a wine rack. But no, all I need is the wine in the fridge, and that will be more than enough for an overnight or a 2-night thing, which is, you know, as much as I'm going to do in her in the foreseeable.
Did you deploy your new bungholes in Netty, or are they staying at Windy Bum?
I haven't deployed them yet, but there are going to be bungholes in Netty.
Well, there will be if it's a dogging machine. So.
I can confirm that when I got those on the live stream, and I said, "Oh, I could," and then I had to stop myself because it was still a secret then, and because I was going to say, "Oh, those would be perfect for netting." Maybe one in the bathroom for the flannel, one in the kitchen for the dishcloth or tea towel or whatever. And I had to stop myself. So I think all I said was, "Oh, I could," and then Carol commented on that one and said, "When you said ooh, I was thinking exactly the same thing." And we hadn't discussed it, so she just knew what I was talking about and thought, "Yeah, that would be." So yeah, Nettie is going to be well and truly bungholed up, possibly a double bunghole.
Well, when you received those bungholes, I remember Matron typed in the chat something like they'd be ideal in a camper van, and you
She
did. That
did.
was when, that was when you went, "Oh," and we were like, you know.
Oh, okay. Did anybody guess?
A Matron and I guessed, but we kept it quiet.
Oh, did you?
We guessed that was what the big surprise was going to be, but we're a good little management team. We keep the secrets in the management company.
You never told me that you guessed.
No, because you were enjoying the secrecy. So we just thought, well, the thing is, we just wanted to keep it quiet because I suppose we didn't want to look daft if we got it wrong. I don't know. We just said we think that's what it is, and that's why she said about the bungholes would be great in a camper van. And when you said that, we're like, we've got it.
Okay.
But we're quite clever, Matron and I. We've been working with you for long enough, Boaty.
This is true.
Anyway, let's have a look at the comments because I think we're probably going to get behind otherwise.
And we've got voice notes to get through. Remember.
Right, let's see if we can whiz through a few of those then. Stu says needs a hood degreasing. A wine cellar even, says Andrew Butterking. A wine cellar in Nettie. Needs a lady's touch of Jim Bob. It's had a lady's touch. That's what Boaty
Exactly.
said.
That's all it's had.
A lady's been touching it since it was born.
Yeah.
Now it's Boaty's turn to get the
She's very much a ladies' area at the moment. So yeah, she just needs to get the full balance. She needs a bit of a manly embrace.
You'll soon get it smelling of man, won't you?
I probably already have.
That was my hedgehog of truth. You were drunk that night, I think. My hedgehog of truth question to you was, have you had a poo yet and where did you do it? And you said it was a good question, so I was pleased with that one.
I answered that. I told you that, and I answered it truthfully.
Yeah, I know. I just didn't know if you would remember. Oh, you watched it, didn't you? You've watched it. But I didn't know if you remember because you were drunk.
Yeah, I was planning to do my pooing in Nettie. Just to annoy Carol because she's got a no solids rule.
It's yours now, though.
Well, yeah, but the thing was, when it actually came to it, I couldn't do it. I went to the toilet block on the campsite. I couldn't do it. I couldn't. It seemed wrong. It seemed like, oh no, it just seemed wrong. And
like
I didn't
pooing in a bucket.
Hey?
Like pooing in a bucket, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, the reason that some people apparently, I'm learning all about this. I'm learning about it because I've never done this in my life, so it's all coming as a surprise to me. Right, there are problems with defecating into a chemical toilet, apparently. So the problems are this, right? You can't use normal toilet roll. If you use normal toilet roll, you've got to have a waste paper bin. And you've got to put your toilet roll paper in the bin.
Like being in India.
If you let it go, or Cyprus. I mean, I had to do that when
I
had
Greek islands Cyprus. As well. Yeah.
So, and probably for similar reasons. The thing is that when you go to empty your chemical bog, it won't empty if it's all bunged up with paper. Now, you can get allegedly toilet paper that disintegrates, that dissolves. But Christ almighty, it's ridiculously expensive, and apparently it still causes the kind of same problem. So, and apparently what some people do, and this is horrific, they put a bag like around the chemical shithole and they shit into the bag. Take the bag
but then
out.
you can just, it's like dog poo, bag it up and get rid of it. That's a good idea.
Yeah, but
Better
we're
than
not
having to
dogs.
empty the.
So when it actually came to it, and because everything was a bit upside down, I missed my normal slot. So I had we walked into Buxton. But she's gone now. Carol's left the site, so I couldn't tell you because we were there together, and because she was staying on a night longer than I was. I couldn't tell you where we were for obvious safety reasons and whatnot. But that's why on the Tuesday night I was going over. I was in Wales, I was in Scotland, I was in Cornwall. We were in the Caravan and Motorhome Club site in Buxton, or outside Buxton, which is amazing, absolutely amazing. What a fabulous site! And so on the Tuesday, we walked into Buxton. It's quite a walk. You have to walk through the forest, over the hill, and it's about an hour's walk to get into town. And then, oddly enough, it's an hour back as well. Funny that, isn't it? I'd missed my morning slot because I was all discombobulated. And then I had beer and a burger for lunch. And it was on the walk back that Mr. Brown appeared at reception. And it was quite uncomfortable, the walk back, to be honest. And when we got back to the site and I looked at poor little Nettie's little toilet, and I thought, I can't do this to you. I can't do it to you. And I went to the toilet block, and I'm probably going to continue doing that. I had visions of the facilities being like some dreadful whatever, and I've joined the Caravan and Motorhome Club. I joined before going, which means I can stay at their sites, which are apparently the best. You can't stay there if you're not a member. And I've got to say, the facilities were absolutely bloody amazing, and it was a gorgeous site. And I can't wait to try more of them. But yeah, my answer was an honest one. I had a poo, and I had the poo in the site facilities. I weed in Nettie. Oh, that sounds so wrong. But I have weed in her, but yeah, not a solid has been passed in that motorhome not by me anyway.
Right, I better go carry on the comments because every time I say I'm going to whiz through them, I read one and then we go off on a tangent. So
I think we're going to have to do some voice notes.
Let's do the voice notes now then, yeah.
It is like 22, so and people might go, right, okay. We will start with this one. The next voice that you hear will be from the Leisure Peninsula. Oh.
How's your day been, sir? Who's this new person? I think I recognise them jokes, but I can't think where it's from, sir. Anyway, how has everybody's day been? And how has both of your days been? Also, how many people in the chat are as old as Boaty's motorhome, which is a very splendid round as well?
It is splendid.
How's the new lady's week been? Anyway, nice to meet the new woman.
It's Mrs. Titties.
Birthday girl, who's 60 today.
Oh!
Today for my dinner, I had a sausage batch with bread sauce, followed by a Coke. Came back home for this evening meal. I had a nice steak pie.
Chips.
With mash.
Oh!
Peas, gravy, and followed by posh
Pass coffee, pass speaker. 2 Mars bars. 2 Mars bars? Oh, a slice of cake. Okay.
We all try to like one, and please all sign up to the new ladies thing. She knows her only message, she knows who I am anyway. And I know who she is. Nice to see you back. Long time no see.
Thank you, Mr. Parry, sir.
And the next voice that you hear will be the birthday girl.
Yay.
Boaty, dear chap, how about folks as if Mr. Mustard came round there one day and gave you a nipple pinch and you enjoyed it? Yeah, well,
He does enjoy it whenever Mustard touches his nipple.
Did I touch Mustard nipples or did he touch mine?
Yes, on a video. Isn't it on a video where you both touched each other?
I vaguely recall something of that nature, yeah.
I've seen it, yeah. And I think that you enjoyed it too much and he got a little bit uncomfortable with it or something.
I do seem to recall that, yes. Yeah.
Pound
Right,
that
I'm
box.
going to do this from a seated position. £1, £1. 3, 2, 1, boom.
Yay!
Thank you, Simone. And speak of Mustard, and he will appear.
See, you didn't tell me where you were on Tuesday. I would have come, honestly. Except that I was supposed to be waiting for Tommy Turbo to turn up.
Right, I'm
Just
gonna
like we didn't do on Saturday.
right. I'm gonna put the bloody message on screen where I told him where I was. I told him. I said that. All right, I didn't give the details of the exact campsite, but Mustard was supposed to come on Tuesday, either to meet us in town for lunch or to come into the to come in the evening for a drink. And you should have come in the evening, Mustard, because in the evening we there's a picture on Facebook. We climbed up to Stacey Solomon's. We climbed up to Solomon's temple, and I had the idea. I said, let's take some wine and let's watch the sunset with a bottle of wine and whatnot. So yeah, we packed up, and you should have come, Mustard. We had bottles of wine and glasses, and God knows how it's going to come out on the video, but we both, oh God, it was bizarre. We're perched up there. We've climbed up the hill. So, and Solomon's Temple is a tower thing, you know, like the one at Heights of Abraham. And so we've climbed up that. We've gone into the staircase. We're up at the top, and we're trying to do it. We're both trying to do a time lapse of the sunset. But there's nowhere where you can just put your phone or tripod down and leave it. So we're having to hold it for, and this is like 20 or 30 minutes trying to do this time lapse, trying to hold it on one of the turrets of the tower. Carol's holding her thing, I'm holding mine camera before you. And and then I go there, well, I want some wine. So she said, look, I'll hold both cameras and you pour us some wine. So she's holding both the cameras. I pour 2 glasses of wine, and then we're trying to do this jiggery pokery where we each reclaim our camera and get a glass of wine in the other hand. And it eventually paid off, and I haven't looked at the footage yet. I'm still trying to get the video of day 1 edited. I've not even looked at day 2 or day 3 yet. There's so much footage. So I've got no idea if it worked or how well it worked. There's a picture on Facebook of us up there anyway, on my personal Facebook, if you can see that. And then bizarrely, the Tuesday night live thing, we did meet the photocopier salesman, and he was really nice, and we did get really chatty. You got to bear in mind that we were half pissed by this point. Carol had started in her motorhome before we even set off. She'd opened the Prosecco, And then we took wine up to the top there. And there's this bloody photocopier salesman. And everything that I said on Tuesday night was based on some form of truth. We did meet this guy. We did chat loads when we were up there. You know, when you're at the top of a tower and there's a sunset and you're a bit pissed, you're going to bond, aren't you? And so we ended up walking back down the hill together, at which point he said, do you mind if I smoke? And we said, no. He said, I wouldn't do it up there because, you know, close proximity, they might offend you. And he got out the biggest spliff you've ever seen. It was like a bloody javelin. We thought he meant a cigarette. And he sparked up a doobie, as I believe they say, which is where the references that I came out with on that Tuesday night live came to. And then so we walked however long it was back down the hill, got back and I can't remember what time it was, but I said, right, I expect you'll be off to bed and I'll go and do the live. He said, well, do you want to come in for a glass of wine? And next thing you know, we're mainlining crisps and downing wine. And suddenly Sean pinged, not even me, Sean pinged Carol at 8 minutes past 11 and said, is the internet broken or what? And you'd better go and do a live. God. Oh, it was a bit chaotic, but it was good fun. Right, that's the voice notes done. Back to the comments.
Right, so let's try and get through these. Richard says, Boaty, you could add a beige leather interior and some wood trim to the cabin area. A certain Mr. Lloyd would approve of such additions.
I'm sure he would.
Stu says, chat on the phone, expect mistakes. Mustard says, hopefully not a steering rack. Matron says, Peter needs a toast rack first, Project Nigel.
Yeah, I must get that sorted.
If you got rid of the sink, says Steve Colk. So does Peter P. Mustard, says Andrew Buttigieg. Does Nettie have a coffee machine, says Matron? I presumed you bought yours.
No, Nettie has her own coffee machine in cream to match the toaster and the new kettle and the new microwave and everything else. Yep, she has her own coffee machine.
Excuse me. Peter P says, yeah, Mustard, there's a queue. Richard says, drunk, you pissed in the sink.
I did not.
Mark says, drunk, you were completely wasted. You were, actually. Stickle says, Boaty's found out it's better sleeping downstairs. Andrew Buttigieg says, toast racks are in high demand this time of year. Peter P says, could Nettie's facilities be called Roger Potty?
Oh, that is great. I like that.
You need a sign. That's what you need. A little sign to go in the toilet that says Roger Potty. Overcab sleeping sounds brilliant, says Stu. Excuse me.
It's the future. I love that place. I slept so well, and I thought it would be a nightmare. And my God, it's like being in a womb. It's amazing.
Stu says, blame the eyes. Neil Diamond said, sorry, Steve Colg said that. Neil Diamond says, Stu. Pity about the Montego, Mustard, says Jim Bob. Mustard says, Emma, I let you win. This was the sing-off. Because I was trying to work at the time also. No, my songs are better than yours, Mustard. Even Matron was dead at my last song. Can I sing it? Shall I sing the last song?
Oh, go for it.
Right. So the backstory is we were having a sing-off. Mustard sent me a song that said something like, you might have, excuse me a second. It said something along, you've got the brains or something, but I've got the balls. That was his song. So I sang back to him, and Matron loved it. So here we go. I sung, oh, hang on. Yeah. Oh, Mustard, we know you've got the balls because we can see them. Because we can see them. You know, they're so full on. You know, they just belong in a museum. In a museum. Anyway, so I won with that one. So there we go. Come on, be impressed. Boaty's not impressed, clearly.
I'm massively impressed. Oh, can I just interject? We have a voice note from Peter P.
Oh, Peter.
Here we go. The next voice that you hear will be from Finland.
Hello. Are you feeling down? Need
Need something to keep your pecker up? Well, try the new Emma Lemon's defensive, expensive, slightly offensive honey. And dollop on your porridge, and the world is your lobster. Emma Lemon's special honey. Warning, may attract bears.
It's that high pitch when he does that.
I know.
It's Frank. You put it on your knob.
That was the one that got me. That absolutely killed me. Oh my God.
Thank you very much, Peter. I can use that now on a video. Nettie reminds me of Mum and one of her sayings for going to the loo, says Andrew Buttigieg. Hedge is cold tonight. He's hogging the candle, says Steve Cold. And nice blouse, Em, says Stu. Oh, thank you very much. Emma mentions massaging her, and Mr. Matron starts the queue. Oh, right, okay. I've been turned away, says Two Strings Reductions. You will be turned away. You're Matron's husband. You can't give me a massage. That's just wrong. There will be a conga line heading to Norwich, says Peter P. Was that because I asked for a massage? Gosh, we're that much behind, are we?
God, I dread to think.
I've shot right to the end, so hang on a second. We are quite far behind, I'm afraid.
Yes, we are.
You're better at catching up quickly. Do you want to give it a go?
Oh.
I know it means you have to do some work.
Do a couple more, and then I'll crack through them.
Okay, well,
and then we'll just ignore the ones we can't get to.
Okay, I'll try and do a speed read.
Okay, and then I'll take over. I'm just topping my wine up.
Right, I'm just going to find where we were because it shot to the end, which is why I was suggesting. Oh, here we go. Right. 4 hooves are better than 2 hands, says Andrew Buttigieg. Matron says to leave a voice note. She puts a number out. Steve Cog says, ask my mum to get some mints over the phone. She got polos. Well, all right. No spaghetti tonight, he says. That's quite funny.
That is good.
Tracy, I'm not lying. Can't make it up, says Steve Cog. Fresh breath, Steve, says Stu. It's a fresh spag bowl by the sounds of it, says Matron. I'm on spaghetti bolognese tomorrow, says Steve. Toaster hasn't popped its cherry yet, says Jim Bob. Breakfast carvery, says Jonathan Fletcher. Brave chap, Jonathan, says Peter P. A carvery cooked in a toaster, says Simone. Flood the scene, says Stu. Woohoo, double trouble. Greetings, honourable, says Alan Simpson. Good evening, Alan. Lovely to have you here.
Alan.
Richard says, I can see Boaty will be getting more sexually graphic bumper stickers in the post. Yeah, probably will. You could do a nice steak in the toaster, says Stu.
And I'll put them on as well.
Yeah.
And can I just point out that I have a brand new Facebook chum because Jonathan Fletcher has just sent me a friend request and I have accepted.
Matron recommends you don't stick your tinkle in the new bunghole devices, whatever you do.
Good idea.
Don't put your dangler in the curry either, by the way.
Yeah, another good idea.
Nettie, now with extra bungholes, says Andrew Buttigieg. Stick a bunghole in the overcap ceiling, says Peter P.
No!
Drawing, says Dick. Or the toaster, Tracy, says Diane. Yeah, don't put it in the toaster either. Stu says a drainage hole might clean the windscreen. Andrew Buttigieg says, could prove dangerous, Peter P, or pleasurable if that's your thing. Hi, headmistress, says Alan. Mary Hoff management is about close to the chest doing, says Peter P. Indeed, Peter, says Matron. Boaty moved his fridge to the left, says Jonathan Fletcher. And then they're talking about voice notes. Hedgehogs have text me. They say they're hot, says Steve Cog. Peugeot picnics and Talbot tapas? No, tapas. Sorry.
Tapas.
Yes, you haven't got glasses on. I'm blind. I can't see it that well. Tapas. You don't get this on Hubnut, says Paulie Gaultier.
No, it's not tapas. It's Chinese food in Nettie. Nettie is going to be a portable Chinese restaurant. I'm all about the Chinese food. But 2 meals, Monday, Tuesday, 2 meals down, both Chinese so far. And I'm going to try and stick to it.
Sweat and Stale links Africa, says Stu. Alan Simpson says, Nettie needs a portrait of Mustard on the wall, wrestling a bull with his bare hands.
Well, she
Nettie's
fucking
nibbles,
doesn't, Alan. What are you thinking of? I've got to live in that. Do you think I want to go to sleep with an image of a naked mustard wrestling a bull with his bare hands. No,
Oh, I
thank you.
wouldn't mind that.
Well, you wouldn't mind that, no, but you and I were of very different persuasions.
Nettie's nibble, says Andrew. Nom 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 nom, says Peter P. Steakhawk says Peter on here would poo outside. Fun if camping, says Stu. Pampas grass, says Andrew. Richard says too much talk about shit. Bag it and tag it and hang it, says Stu. Jim Bob says, oh yeah, it was Carol Ann's motorhome, brain knotting gear. Jim Bob said that. I don't know if I got the name wrong. Sorry. Drop the toilet, get a bath, says Steakhawk. I've just seen a Lego haggis, says Project Nigel. Hand it to Lost Property, says Andrew. Simone says, I wonder how many people are going for a poo right now. That's an interesting thought. Hole in the floor like a tram. A train. I can't read or speak anymore, says Peter P. Jonathan Flector says, if you do it on the pavement, some lovely people with little blue bags pick it up. Bless them. Matron says, two of my favourite things right there, Project Nigel. List property, says Stu. Alan says, it's almost impossible to poo without doing a wee at the same time. That could
I'm
make for a
reading ahead.
problematic
This
bag
is not
load.
going in a good direction.
Alan's made a good point though, that you do poo and wee at the same time usually. If you're doing it in a bag.
Yeah, well, your
Then-
sister is going to address it very shortly. Don't
Oh,
worry.
okay. NHS waste bags are what you need. Bulletproof, says Stu. Astronauts have to train themselves to not wee at the same time as poo, particularly ladies, as the doings are all coming out of the same area and poo goes into one section, wee another, says Matron. And apparently she forgot to tag Alan and that. Peter P says, you don't get this shit on Hobnob. Chips and posh coffee, says Richard. Paulie Richard. A fountain of information on tonight's chat, says Andrew. Chips, yes, is obviously Mr. Parry's voice note. Where did the hedgehogs end up when you drove home and left them on the table? Seagull asked. Richard says, Mr. Parry, him in the bushes. Life affirming, Andrew says Stu. Alan says, that's a difficult thing to train yourself out of, Matron. It's like trying to battle biology. Fun Stuff is here, Fun Stuff 24. Hello, how are you? Hope lovely to have you here. Nice phrasing, Andrew, says Peter P. No chips, says Bad Books. People saying hello to Fun Stuff. Mixing it up a little by having mashed chips, says General Cheeseburger's here, and he says, Boaty has joined the Caravan Club. Pension of podgering is alive and kicking.
Cheesy!
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
Matron says
Cheesy!
too.
Hello,
Good evening,
mate.
General Cheeseburger. I don't think I've ever seen you when I've been on a live stream before, so good evening. Nice to meet you.
Do you remember the live at the Marine Hotel in Llandudno?
Well, you did a couple. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I know what happened. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's nice to have Cheesy back. I'm sorry about that night. I should have dealt with it a bit better.
Everyone's excited to see him. Alan says toilet blocks always seem to have an over-friendly moth. That's where you got that moth from. That tries to dive bomb you mid-poo. You brought it back from the toilet block. It followed you. It took a shine to you. Turn Boaty's camper van into an ice cream van, says Richard. Mustard's gone Mexican, says Steakhawk. General Cheeseburger says after he cooked a curry in that can, it must have smelled like Belson in there the next day.
It probably didn't smell great, to be fair. I mean, you've got like a 1 a.m. Chinese curry and meat, an overnight meat. And I'll be honest, darlings. Oh, this is terrible. On the Monday night, I was good as gold. You saw it on the live. I showered, changed. I was in my nice pajamas, robe, dressing gown. Nettie's got her own dressing gown, all of that. Tuesday night, fucking hell, none of that. I managed to cobble my curry together, scoffed it, and just kicked my shoes off, kicked off whatever trousers I was wearing and top, and I just clambered up into that top bunk with my t-shirt, underpants and socks on, and that was it. I slept in them. Outrageous.
And
but I slept like a man. I slept like a proper drunk man.
General Cheeseburger says, evening all, thanks for the welcome. I will be a bit more regular, like Boaty's toilet habits.
Oh, good.
Mustard loves James May, says Steacle. Richard said, Boaty's soft scoop poop and whippy tinkle. It's a hoot, General Sir, says Stu. Simone says, okay, I'm off to sleep. Night. Oh, good night, Simone. I hope you had a fantastic birthday.
Happy birthday again, Simone.
Jonathan Fletcher says, how do we access your personal Facebook, Boaty? Oh, he's worked that out, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And he wants to know if you're fully clothed.
Mostly, yeah.
General Cheeseburger would like to know if you've consummated the tin can yet.
Well, I don't know what you mean by that exactly, but if you mean the emergency Fray Bentos pie that I placed in Nettie, I had that for lunch on Wednesday, because when I got back here, I had nothing for lunch. So I went back down to Nettie, who's parked down by the park, rescued the Fray Bentos pie, and that became lunch. So I need to replace it because Nettie needs an emergency pie. It's one of the things I've decided.
You definitely need any emergency kit needs a Fray Bentos pie.
Oh, totally.
It costs extra for nudes, says Fun Stuff. Project Nigel says, tripods have legs, extendable legs. You can stand them anywhere.
Not
make Georgie a
ours.
hot water bottle, says Deacle.
Yeah, Mustard, ours didn't have extendable legs. Carol was using her DJI Pocket 3, where the tripod legs are like that long. And I was using my DJI gimbal, where the legs are about that long. So we literally had no alternative but to balance them on the turret and try and drink wine with the other hand. Whilst
Can I just
flirting
say
with a photocopier salesman.
Can I just say that Mustard would know all about tripods, seeing as he is one?
Well, yeah, quite so.
Simone, make Georgie a hot water bottle, says Deacle. Stu, where would we get an ice cream van jingle so Boaty can announce his arrival at campsite, says Richard. George has got a hot water bottle and Simone has gone to bed. General Ice Cream, Society Music Department, says Stu. Is Emma lubing up, says Peter P. He's smoking a javelin, said Alan Simpson.
He was having a laugh at my remark about that he smoked a spliff like a javelin. And it was bloody enormous.
I was a bit concerned you were talking about that though, because I don't know if YouTube allows that you talking about that, but you've done it now.
I didn't think it would, and I expected Tuesday night to be demonetized, and it hasn't been. It hasn't been.
Have you been demonetized at all lately with your live streams?
Not for quite a while.
Do you think it's my fault?
I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm one of the YouTube chosen now, and I'm on their special person thing.
Nettie looks fine, says Deacle. She's gonna shift you, lol, says Stu. I don't know what people are talking about anymore. Oh, shaft you, he meant. That's better, matron, says Peter P. Yeah, well saved, Peter, says matron. Thought M was on the left, matron. Oh, don't know what. A womb? Oh, yeah, you said it felt like being in a womb, didn't you, in the bunk. General Cheeseburger says Boaty has lost some timber. Do you mean weight?
He means that I've lost weight, yeah.
Hedgie blew the candle out, says Deacle. Oh, it's a candle one now. Yeah, it has.
Cheesy, to answer your question, yes, I am ill, apparently. Yeah, there's a health thing going on at the moment, but that's not the reason for the lost timber. Over the course of this year, I've drastically altered my diet and I've started properly exercising. So yeah, I've lost, I'm 2 trouser sizes smaller than I was at the beginning of the year.
M should do panto season, says Stu. Well, I need a panto horse if I'm going to do panto season. Alan says, good that Mustard's balls can bring you good fortune. Steve says, Peter's on the sick. Matron says, the high pitch. It's the Peter's voice note. The high pitch Peter gets me every time. Put it on enough. Husband's real name is Timo, says Stu. Mustard said it was a worthy win, Emma. Yes, it was that song. It was a worthy winner. Thank you very much, Mustard. Candler's gone out, says Jim Bob. Conga to Norwich for the quiz of the week, says Stu. Emma is doing all the work, says Jim Bob. I know. This is what happens. He's not daft, Jimbo, says Stu. What a waste of wax, says Deacle. Spittle videos put me off Chinese food, says Stu. Chinese food? I hope you were paying the tariff, says Gerald Cheeseburger. Andrew Buttergeek says the succulent Chinese meal finished off with a happy ending. Peter P says, notice how Boaty added the wrestling mustard should be naked. Project Nigel says, my wife wants an air fryer. Am I wrong for saying no?
No, you're quite right.
And then Richard says, no mustard there, no quicker than a fan oven. General Cheeseburger says, my wife has an air fryer, never uses it. Steve Cook says, mustard, tell her to go to the barbers. Andrew Buttergeek says, I'm not married, mustard. But is saying no to your wife asking for trouble? Overrated air fryers, says Richard. Yes, Peter says, mustard or Nigel or whatever we want to call him. 1 year, 1 year stuck in a tin can in low Earth orbit. How smelly was that, says Stu. Boaty makes friends wherever he goes, says Andrew Buttergeek. Are you going to park Nettie in the... Are you going to park Nettie in the magic camper van lay-by down the road from Windy Bottom, says Alan.
Do you know what? I did think about that today. Oddly enough.
It takes its toll, Andrew, says Stu. Boaty, that camper's cool, says Steekold. Can we see your nibbles, please, Emma? Peter, I showed you my nibbles when I was in the bath tonight. You're not seeing them again. Good to be here, says Josh. Mustard says, I have an opinion. Change my mind. Oh, well, people haven't changed your mind. They said you shouldn't get one. So don't turn up at Windy Bottom unannounced, says Stu. I said nibbles, says Peter P. Mustard, just say no, waste of money. Simone's in the birthday suit, says Steve Cook. Emergency pie? Crikey, where is this going, says General Cheeseburger. We did have a thing about Frey Bentos a little while back on here where we were doing pie offs and everything, weren't we?
We need to bring it back.
Good evening, one and all, says Josh Homan. Good evening, Josh. Cold steak pie sandwich. Three-legged mare, says Stu. Pie-mageddon, says Peter P. Deacle says, hedgehogs have wind. Candle's gone out. Paulie says, where's Adam Ant tonight? General Cheeseburger says, sorry to hear you aren't well, Boaty. Hope you are better soon.
And as we've caught up with the comments, I'm just going to give you a quick update on that. Obviously, last night I told you about my appointment and the results of the initial blood tests and the follow-up blood tests. I think I'm right in saying that. I assumed that it was in relation to both blood tests, or maybe I've got something yet to come with the secondary or confirmatory blood test. I don't know. But today I did put my big boy pants on. I was, as most of you know, I was referred to a private clinic in Sheffield for a scan of my neck because they didn't want to, they felt that it was too urgent, too potentially urgent to rely on NHS. So I was referred privately for a scan of my neck for my now 2 lumps. The one that you're all familiar with and the nice new one that Mustard spotted before anybody else. Carol then spotted it and I was third in the queue and totally freaked out. So I was referred for a scan to start assessing these and where to go and see if they've got blood flow to them, see if they're things that are going to be, anyway, whatever. And I've managed to, stupidly, they left it to me to organise. They referred me to the clinic. The clinic rang me when they got the referral and said, we have this urgent appointment for you. Please ring us at your earliest convenience to do this, that and the other. And, you know, me being me, I just didn't. And I ignored it and I ignored every phone call afterwards. And then they wrote to me, which I can show you here. They actually wrote to me and they said, look, you know, you've potentially got something seriously fucking up with you. What are you pissing about at? Come on. So today I finally put my big boy pants on and I made the appointment, and I have to be at this clinic in Sheffield a week today, or yesterday, it's Friday now. Next Thursday, I have to be in Sheffield at 9:45 a.m. That's not going to be easy. And they are going to, there's some specialist dubrifaking in there, and they're going to scan my area and find out what the hell these are and whether they're going to kill me or not, or whether they just need to be cut off or whatever. I don't know. But I've done it. I did it. Took me a week or two longer than it should have, but I have done it. And I've been nagged by the people who very kindly give a little bit of a shit about me and constantly tell me not to be such an ass privately. And I really appreciate you. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's it.
I've just got a few more comments have come in. So yeah, Steve's saying hedgehogs have wind. The candle's gone out. Where's Adam Ann tonight? Says Richard. Oh yeah, on the wall. Don't get us going on horses, says Steagle. Peter P sings, your candle burned out long before your hedgehogs ever did. Woodstock would like to know, if you're not allowed to talk about smoking, you won't be allowed to talk about alcohol either, would you?
I've got no idea. I've got no idea.
People are saying hi to Woodstock. YouTube have strange
Mason's more
rules.
clued up than I am.
It's probably just best to avoid things that you feel that could be a problem, really, because, you know. Dish of the day, says Steagle. Sorry, not Steagle at all. Jim Bob. Good for you, Boaty. Get it sorted, says General Cheeseburger. And people are sending prayers and love to you, Boaty, because you were a big boy, and we're very proud of you for doing that. Because we need to keep our Boaty around, because what are we going to do if you're not here? You know, so get it sorted, get it checked.
Well, you just take over, obviously. I mean, I'm
they
only
don't want to
excited.
see me.
It's not like I'm essential.
No, you got me into this. You're not going anywhere because you got me into this.
I'm going to try not to.
Yeah, because you know, then if there is something that isn't great, you can start treatment and things, and get you fixed. And you can.
Yeah, this one
get on
I'm
with
not
your
worried
catavan
about.
life.
I've had this one so long that that if it was going to kill me, it would have killed me by now. This one is in a different place, and this one I am worried about, and this is the one that I'm freaking out about. But as you say, better to get it early, sorted out, and if nothing else, I mean, I'm a single guy. In, you know, and I'm about to become so old that I've been neither use nor ornament to any woman. And I'm totally undoable at the moment because I've got, you know, I've got this bloody thing here. I've got this thing growing here. I need some new teeth. So I figure, well, this is a starting point. If I can get rid of this, even if they're going to kill me in a couple of years, if I can get rid of them for now and get to Nepal and get my new teeth, I'm going to be shaggable again for a year. I can have a year of good fun before I have to turn my face to the wall and take my final.
Yeah, and you've got your love motorhome, your love shack.
Yeah.
So you can drive all over the country, grabbing hold of all your fans. You know.
Do you know what? This is
that
I'm being. I can't reveal. I can't say it, but it's a no-go. Apparently, it's a no-go in the motorhome. It doesn't work. Things fall off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Crashing into the cab.
things, yeah, there are issues,
You could,
problems.
yes, you'll find somewhere to do it. Oh, because things are just stuck on with Gorilla Glue. So if you start doing that, does everything start falling off the walls and everything?
Apparently, it's a well-known thing. Apparently, it is a well-known thing. But there you go.
Yeah, you could, but you don't have to do it in the van. You could just drive to the places, pick up your fans, and then go off to a field
Oh, Mustard's going
or
to come with
a
me.
temple.
I'm not lying about the date, Captain. It's 9. Well, the appointment is at 9:50. I've got to be there minimum 9:45, and it's Thursday the 10th. So if you want to come with me and we'll go and have lunch afterwards, that'd be cool.
Cheeseburger says, the growth on your neck started as a pimple on your arse. Cut off his arse, says Peter P. Well done, Boaty, says Trisha Alderman. Steve Cook says, my aunt had one of them on her stomach, size of a melon, the biggest on record. You'll be fine. Yes, well done, Boaty, says Shelley Denise. Big squeezy hug coming your way when I see you, Boaty, says Matron, so you can look forward to that. Don't forget to tickle him, Matron, says Peter P. Bonus extra M's. What was that? I'm not sure. Exactly, Boaty, says Steve Cook. I'm still coming with you unless you lie about the date. Oh, you've dealt with that. Don't squeeze him too hard, Trace. He'll pop, says Matron. Yeah, maybe all you need is a squeeze from Matron. That'll sort everything. Oh, yes, mustard, says Matron. Boaty is corpse swap, says General Cheeseburger.
Thanks for that.
No, he's oat wop, isn't he?
I'd rather be Opwap than Corpswap.
Woodstock says, did she have it removed? What was it? Grabbing pensioners, says Jim Bob. A cyst the size of a basketball. It's in a museum, says Steve Cog. Cheeseburger says 9:45 on Thursday. Will they send you down? And MBA Museum, says Andrew Buttigieg, and I have reached the end of the comments.
Absolutely, we are done. It is. I am. Well, I'm running on fumes. I don't know about you, Emma, but I am running on fumes, and I am more than ready to. Well, to bugger off, quite frankly, to throw off my working attire, to grab a shower, to clamber into my pajamas, get a little bit of supper, and get my smelly fat old ass to bed in preparation for quite a full-on Friday.
Oh, what are you planning? Oh no, Monday. I know what you're doing this Monday. What's your plan for the following Monday?
I don't know exactly. I don't know what I'm doing this Monday. What am I doing?
Well, Matron said that it's not a secret.
Go on.
Well, I don't know what you're doing, but Matron is coming up to your area. She's coming up your area to give you that squeeze.
Well, Matron's going to Rochdale, but
well, she's coming up. Matron is going up.
Well, yeah, but nothing's been arranged.
No, I know that you said that you fancy doing something else, so you lot need to talk about it, because of course I was due on Monday, this coming Monday. Matron and I were due to go up, and we were going to do a night in a Premier Inn and do a live stream, all four of us.
It was all booked. It
was all booked and paid for, but I have things that mean that I can't go again, which is really annoying. But hey, one day we'll do it though. But so Matron's coming up. So instead of doing that, Matron and Boaty and maybe Mustard, I'm not sure, are going to do something on Monday. But
well, that's the thing. I don't know if I am.
Oh, okay.
Because I've just got a motorhome and I want to be out and away.
Can't you do something with the motorhome as well? Join it, combine it.
Well, that was what I was thinking.
And Matron I was thinking take Matron and Mustard somewhere, drive off somewhere, and do a picnic thing. Like, even if it's just Longstone Edge, that'd be quite nice with the motorhome and, the views, and just, do a little thing with it.
Well, if they were, I can't drive all the way there and then all the way back here to take them to Longstone Edge and then all the way back there to drop them off and then all the way
maybe Mustard, I don't know what Mustard's doing, obviously, I'm just surmising, but Mustard could drive Matron over to your area.
Yeah, if she's that would work.
And
or I did think, Matron mentioned Metallica Beach, and I assume she means Talacra. So I did think that I could have an overnight somewhere on the North Wales coast, and and Matron and Mustard could come over and
Yeah,
we could.
there we go. I think that would work really well because you'd still be able to go away and do something. Obviously I don't know what Mustard's doing. He might not be free. I don't know to do that. But if Mustard could drive Matron to wherever you're going, then you still got your overnight. He can drive her back to Premier Inn if she's staying in Rochdale, and you get your a night there. So yeah, something. I don't know. It's for you to talk about because I'm not going.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Oh, we'll do it. I really want to try and do it for the summer, at least, or something in the summer with you, Boaty, because we were going to go out to Gulliver's and all sorts, weren't we? But we'll see how things pan out because I just have a stressful life. But one
Yeah,
day.
I need Gulliver's in my life. I need that chairlift.
Well, I want to try. I mean, if
and some lunch
it.
that I actually get to eat. That would be nice.
Oh, Gulliver's Cafe, you gave your lunch away.
I love Gullies. And
you were going to work there this summer. Last summer you said you were going to work at
that
Gullies.
was the idea. That was the idea, and then other things came up, and yeah. But I do need Gullies in my life. I mean, you saw me. You saw what I was like on that chairlift. That is my happy place. And then there's the happy haddock, of course.
I liked it on the roller coaster thing when you couldn't quite fit in because you didn't expect it to be so squashed. And I just remember when we went round a certain bit of it, you shouted, "Hell's teeth!" and then you're like sliding all over the place. Yeah, we'll have to try because do you know what little Lemon said the other day? Because we were talking about the fact that I don't drive and things like that. And I said, yeah, it's a shame we haven't really got anyone with a car that can drive us. And he said, Jason's got a car. He still remembers. So I was like, oh, yeah, he has. So he obviously remembers it. Well, I'll have to see what life is like for me when it comes to summer. I'd like to at least do one, Gulliver's or something. So that'd be quite nice. And I'd like to do a Mary Huff meetup. But, it is frustrating, but it is what it is at the moment. So
yeah,
you've still got Matron coming in your direction.
Both of those would be very good.
So I'll just have a look and see what's happening on here before we bugger off, shall I?
Yeah, have a quick peek.
I wouldn't mind. She's into tennis, says Deacle, but I can't remember what we were talking about. Woodstock says, will you go to Sheffield the night ahead of your appointment? Oh, what, to stay there?
Somebody, Sean suggested that when I did the thing, as I said, my friends have been encouraging, supporting, nagging, shouting at, instructing me to get this sorted. So when I did it and I let them know, and the unfortunate time of the appointment, Sean said, well, just take the motorhome up the night before, park in their car park, and then you'll be early.
It's a good point. Then you don't have to get up early.
Yeah.
Driving vid matron, says Jim Bob, and use the toaster, said Peter P. I'm not lying, says Decog. Mustard is giving you a little face with little hearts all over. He's feeling all loved up about it. I want to do motorhome things or talaka. Yes, says Matron. Will Mustard be wearing the white dress, says Peter P. Tracy, you're sleeping downstairs on Nettie is for the best, says Decog. I'd love a Nettie Noshes. Oh my God. Oh, that's a good idea. Nettie Noshes.
Yeah.
I like that. Oh my God, lol. I mean, munchies in a motorhome. Yes, that's filth too, she says. Richard says, yeah, take Mustard and Matron on an adventure and Emma in the summer, says Richard. Yes, Steve Cole. Boaty can share with Mustard. Too many bungholes in the overcab area, says Peter P. Woodstock says, could go to Sheffield. Oh, we said this. Yeah, the night ahead and sleep in the motorhome. I need the address.
We are pretty much caught up, aren't we? And it is time to sod off. Quite honestly, I'm hanging out of my rectum at this point, and I've got a really busy day tomorrow.
Last minute phone call.
Oh, it's too late. Sorry. I'm really sorry. I need to get off, get to sleep. Please ring me. Please call the community phones, but not 25 minutes after we were supposed to end, and I need to go to sleep. So yeah, I've got a busy old day tomorrow, and it's going to be quite. There's a bit of jeopardy tomorrow because hopefully, if I can get the edit finished tomorrow, I will be putting the first motorhome video out, and we will find out if having a motorhome and doing a video about it, does that get you views or does it not? Is it a worthwhile thing or is it not? Am I going to put a video up and get more views than I've ever got before and earn some money? Or am I going to put a video up and just get the same views as normal and not earn any money? So that's going to be interesting to see. And we can discuss that tomorrow night, darlings. And
Sorry,
I'm a bit nervous about it. Hey,
well, it'll be exciting. I just had to respond to a message. Sorry. So yeah, you're saying it's going up tomorrow. So I'll look forward to that.
Well, hopefully, I've not done it yet. I've 8 hours on it today, and it's still not done. And that's the first one. There are 3. Day 1, day 2, day 3. I've still not done day 1.
You said this to me just before we went live, and as I said, this is the life of a proper YouTuber. So you're going to be putting all your effort into the edit and make it good, and that's what it's about, isn't it? So if you put out 2 or 3 really good edited quality videos a week, then that's it. That's
yeah, but if nobody watches them, it's just wasted.
They will now that you've got a motorhome.
We will see.
Just put in the title Carol Ann's old camper van Nettie, and they'll all come flooding in.
Yeah, I'm totally not going to do that.
I know, I was joking.
Right, so on that note, do you want to sign us out or shall I?
I'll let you.
Okay. Well, on that note, darlings, thank you all so much for your company tonight. We both really appreciate it. Let me remind you that if you have been watching this, you've been watching Emma and Boaty's Thursday Night Live with me, Boaty, and Emma of the eponymous YouTube channel, Emma Lemon.
I think they all know by now, don't they?
Well, yeah, but subscribe if you haven't already.
Yeah, there's loads of videos on my channel you're missing.
And they've actually been really good, to be fair.
You should see what's been going on the members only ones.
Oh, now then.
No, the members only ones are like chatty, and I get a bit more intimate. So
yes,
yeah.
Well, enough about.
Thank you for your compliments on my channel. That's very nice.
Well, genuine. Right, so yeah, so on behalf of myself and my rather splendid, well, I was going to say co-host, but apparently I'm just your lackey. So
yeah.
On behalf of myself and my master, thank you so much for your time tonight. And we both wish you a safe and peaceful night ahead. And we both wish you a decent day tomorrow. May it contain some joy, or may it at least be manageable. And much love from us both. And I at least will see you Friday tomorrow. Oh, late one tomorrow, short late one, 11:30, half an hour, Friday Night Live. I will see you then if you would care to join me. The candle might be lit. I can't blow it out and do the normal. The candle will be relit because it's reached the end of its useful life. And Emma will, well, you can see Emma anytime on her channel and her live streams. Emma Lemon. Search for it on YouTube. N, 1M, I think.
It's an amazing channel, guys.
It is quite decent, to be fair.
It's getting there.
Well, it's better than mine. It's
boobs on mine.
But yeah, exactly. But then, saying it's better than mine is quite a low hurdle. But there we are. So, yeah, thank you for your company. Look forward to seeing you next time. In the meantime, from the both of us, much, 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 much love. Take care of yourselves. And on that note, pachu and indeed.
Bosh!
Oh, yes. Bye, darlings.